guys. Our seminar for our May. Okay, this is June, sorry. Whatever. So this is your first term exam seminar, by the way. I know most of you already finished yours, right? Any of you here finish your first term exam? Any of you here finish your first term exam? Any of you finish your first term exam? Maybe some of you did, right? But if you haven't, guys, if you haven't, this is for you. And if you have, you should aim for the next exam, which is in August. Yes, hi, Z. That's your that's your problem. Right. So guys, again, you have two copies with you. The first copy, which is this short note, it's not I'm not gonna talk about this today. This is for your own reference. Today I'm gonna talk about this. Right? We will jump straight into exercise. And I hope you learn something from there. That's the best way we can learn. All right. How are you, Janelle? Haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Okay, so we are going to revise chapter. Okay, for the plan today, guys, we are going to do chapter 1, 2, and 3 today. I will try to put more focus on chapter 3 because, as you know, not good. Why not good? Okay, as you know, chapter 3 is really important because 1 and 2, you kind of learn it in primary school already, and I think most of your school teacher has no problem teaching these two chapters. You should understand these two chapters the most. And chapter 3 is when things really escalate. It's like, oh my god, this is getting really difficult. Okay, so I'm gonna focus a little bit more on chapter 3 today, if I can. Right, so guys, I'm not going to do objective. Please do it yourself. Please do it yourself. This is for your own reference. Please do it yourself and check your answer. I shall post the answer into the folder. You can check it there after our seminar. All right. So yes, Navia, hello. Right. So guys, let's go to chapter 1. Question 1. Chapter 1, question 1. This is page 6. If you cannot find the page, please let me know. Right. So let's warm up a little first. Circle the correct group of the vertebrates with the following characteristic. As you know, vertebrates, we have 5 groups. Okay, we have birds, we have mammals, we have reptiles, we have amphibians, and we have fish. Right? So who has moist skin and lay eggs? That's gonna be our amphibian, right? Because reptiles, they have dry scale. If you remember, cystic berlande, cystic kering. Oh, berlande is fish, right? And then you have warm-blooded and internal fertilization. This can be a bird or it can be a mammal because we are warm-blooded and birds are warm-blooded too, and we do internal fertilization. That means the sperm and the ovum will meet in the body, right? External is for fish and amphibian. You guys remember this, huh? Right? Do slow me down, if I'm going a bit too fast, do slow me down, Okay, Shoban, are you okay? Are you okay? If you guys are, any one of you, it's not okay, why can't fish have fun? They can have fun, they just have it externally. Okay, that's just weird. Nice. I put it this way. Right. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, feel free to be active in the chat, Feel free to be active in the chat, I shall answer all your curiosity or whatever questions you have. Right. Anyway, so let's continue the next one. So we have this plant and this one. Guys, do you still know what is the difference? Do you remember what is the difference between these two? This is a parallel vein and a non-woody stem. This is a network vein and a woody stem. We call this a monocot plant. If you remember what is a monocot, we call this dicot. I mean, the long name is called dicotyledon and monocotyledon. I'm just not bothered to finish the name. Right, so guys, what is monocot and what is dicot? Okay, by the way, these plants, they are flowering, they are flowering, they have pipis, they have pipis and vaginas, right? So they have flowers. Right, so if you take their seed, and you chop it into half, and if you see 2 bags, okay, there are bags inside, okay? So if you see 2 bags, we call it dicotyledon because di means 2. If you only see 1, that is monocotyledon because there's only 1, right? And monocot being the lower class plant, dicot being the highest class plant. So that's the difference. So monocot, you will see all these things. Okay, the lower class plant, you will see them being shorter. They have non-woody stem. They have parallel vein. They have fibrous root. If you remember, okay. Hello, Jason. Right, and if you have dicot, this is the higher class plant. They have woody stem. They have network vein. They have taproot. Things like that. They are like the higher class one. All right. So this one, the low class one, this is maize, by the way. This is jagung. So jagung, they have non-woody stem. They can just bend like this, right? And then non-woody one, the woody one, they have network vein, right? Guys, both are flowering. So non-flower is not valid here, right? So Janelle, how are you, Janelle? Why are you not good? Because exam not good, is it? I hope you are doing well, Lily. So vertebrate animals are classified into 5 classes. Circle 2 classes of vertebrates that carry out external fertilization. So who will do fertilization external? Of course, got exam. Okay, exam only. You don't need to study also. I mean, you don't need to go to school study. You just go there for exam. Right, so external is your fish and amphibian. Right, they do it in water. Long time no see. Yeah, it's quite a while, isn't it? It's been a few months. Okay, so fish and amphibian. These they will do internal. All land animals will do internal because you can't do external on land. It just makes no sense, right? Next, you have vertebrates. Same group as a cat. Cat is a mammal, just in case you don't know, right? So we have our orca and we have our dolphin. Guys, I don't know why, many of my students will say, when I ask penguin, right, they will say penguin is a mammal. How does this look like a penguin? How does a penguin look like a mammal to you? They lay eggs, right? And they have a beak. Doesn't this look like a bird? Guys, penguin is a bird. It's an oversized chicken. It's a longer chicken. Sorry, not longer, taller. It's a taller chicken. This is not a mammal, right? I don't know why most of my whenever I ask those guys what is a penguin, many will say mammals, right? They don't look like mammals. They look like birds, right? Anyway, so moving on, number 3. Oh, this is a dichotomous key. Guys, do you remember what is this? Dichotomous key means to split everything into two. Okay, so we have with legs and without legs, right? So these two are with legs, these two are without legs. Guys, a starfish, this is not a leg, right? So if you watch SpongeBob, right, Patrick actually doesn't have any legs. This is not his legs, right? It's part of his body. If it makes any sense, right? So with legs, you have 2. So question 2, you go to these 2. With wings, that's gonna be our butterfly. Okay, guys, my chat just disappeared again, very annoyingly. Right, so you have our butterfly, Rama. Okay, I'm just gonna write the BM short because I'm just lazy to write BM. And without wings, it's gonna be our spider. Okay, laba, whatever. Okay, so next, with shell. Okay, so that's the without legs one. Question 3, that will be these 2. So with shell, it's gonna be our snail, our Mr. Siput, right? And without shell, it's gonna be our starfish, and it's called Tapak Sulaiman. What is Sulaiman, isn't it? Okay, that's a weird name to have. Right, so guys, you are okay, so far okay. We are just warming up, guys, as we speak. We're just warming up, doing some easy stuff here. Okay, so anyway, moving on. Bernard Patrick, yes. I don't know who named this lah. Anyway, so let's go to the next one. So guys, you know what is this, huh? Dichotomous key, you just go question by question, you just follow the numbers. It's like a directory. So B, you have 5 plants here. Wait, you sure? Okay, so you have 5 plants here. So state one characteristic of any 4 of the plants in JKLMN. Right, so I know what you're thinking. Sir, can I write all network vein here? Network vein. Sorry, parallel vein, network. Try not to repeat your answer here. Try not to repeat your answer. The point is to not repeat the answer. So what is the first one? First one is gonna be, okay, I'll just begin with parallel vein. Okay, parallel vein. This is called urat salari. Okay, this is your sugarcane. What about K? What about K? Akar tunjang, yes, you can say K is your taproot. Okay, akar tunjang. There are many choices for you to make, so don't just say one answer. What about L? This is a parallel vein.
Would this time right?
Okay, this is a parallel vein, right? So I don't want to use parallel vein because it's the same answer, so I'm going to use fibrous root. Akar serabut. Okay, akar serabut. And what about M? Guys, I have no idea what is this. Does this look like a ginger to you? But ginger's leaf look like this one, man. I'm not too sure. Fingers. Right. Okay, we go for N first lah. And this is a network vein, of course, because the leaf looks like this. This is a durian tree maybe. So this is a network vein. Urat jejala. What? How, Shane? How? No way, it doesn't. Right, so what does this have? What does this have? Wow. Okay, maybe this is a non-flowering plant. For what I can see, it's a non-flowering. Because if it's a ginger, let's just assume it's a ginger. Okay, so this is non-flowering. Okay, tidak berbunga. Okay, it's non-flowering. Is it? Is it a ginger? Is it ginger? Ginger leaf looks like this one, man. Okay, whatever lah. So many things you can write here. Guys, I am not repeating any of my answer. I am not repeating any of my answer. I keep my answer, as varied as possible. Because it's not going to be this easy. You can't just write network and parallel vein and get 5 marks here. No. Right? Unfortunately, no. So classify them into their common characteristic. So now you can say 2. Okay, you have your network vein and you have your parallel vein. So your network vein is gonna be your K and M, I guess, and N. K, M, N. And your parallel vein is gonna be a J and L. Okay, J and L. So that's the thing. Janelle, you had your exam, Janelle? You had your science exam already? You had your science exam already, or your exam is coming soon? Not yet, huh? Okay, good. Coming soon, okay. So I guess it covers chapter 1 and 2. Most of your school's exam also cover 1 and 2. Any of you here haven't had your exam? Any of you haven't had your exam? Because most of my schools, I would say most lah, some of my schools, they already have it. So, oh, you haven't had it? Okay. Sure. I bet this exam only covers 1 and 2, right? I don't think it covers 3. Oh, in August. Wow, in August, then that's considered a mid-year already. Yeah, I will consider that a mid-year already. So next A, underline the correct answer about classification of organism. Birds undergo internal fertilization. Okay, birds they do internal, right? What is an organism that has body temperature that changes according to surrounding? Right. If the surrounding becomes hot, I become hot. Surrounding cold, I become cold. Am I a cold-blooded or am I a warm-blooded? What am I? What am I? If the surrounding changes, okay, I'm warm. Are you sure? Are you sure? If the surrounding is negative, sorry, if the surrounding is 15, I become 15. If the surrounding is 40, I become 40. I'm a cold-blooded, I'm a poi kilotherm. Okay, poi kilotherm. If I am always the same, I call it homeotherm because the word homeostasis. Remember homeostasis? You learned this in Form 1. When your body temperature goes up, you're hot, you will sweat your way to become colder. And when you are cold, you will shiver your way to warm. No matter what happens, guys, for warm-blooded like us, no matter how hot the desert is, no matter how cold North Pole is, we will still be 37, right? That's why only warm-blooded can survive in the Arctic, in North and South Pole. You will never see a cicak there. You will never see a lizard in North Pole, because if North Pole is negative 20, takkan they become negative 20, right? It makes no sense, right? So they will just follow the temperature, so they are not there. That's why most cold-blooded, like reptiles and amphibians, they are mostly in tropics like here. They are mostly in tropical countries like us. Okay, so that's the reason. So state 2, importance of biodiversity to the community and the country. Why do we need to maintain biodiversity? Why can't we just let any plants or any flora and fauna extinct? Wow, so many you can write here. You can say it is a source of medicine. Okay, source of medicine, sumber perubatan, sumber PER, sumber perubatan. Okay, to not destroy ecosystem. Okay, Shane, your point, I would say for the balance ecosystem, we need to maintain a balanced ecosystem. Ecosystem seimbang. Right? You can say for education, pendidikan, for tourism, pelancongan. Wow, so many things you can write here, right? So yeah, you do you lah. You do you lah. Any points here can, as long as it makes sense. Right? So anyway, let's move on to the next question. Okay, we're just warming up as we speak, We're just warming up, Okay, and do slow me down if you have any question, So we have two animals here. You have your frogs and your turtle here. This guy is an amphibian. This guy is a reptile, obviously. So what are the common characteristics of these two animals? What do you see similar here? What do you see similar here? Oh, I can think of one. They are both cold-blooded. Okay, Berdara sejuk. Can be eaten by Chinese. Do Chinese eat turtle? Okay, I'm not surprised if they do. Wow, saying as if I'm not a Chinese. As in China Chinese. Okay, so so mean like you. Okay. Anyway, what else? What else? External fertilization. Yes, I accept. External, right? Very good. External fertilization. Persenyawan law. Anything else? Yeah, I think. Oh, they both lay eggs. I accept. They both lay eggs. Yeah, that's what I can think of. Yeah, they both lay eggs. They both can live in water. Also okay. They both have lungs. Okay, mempunyai paru. Right, so number 2, state the difference between the animal. Sure. What is the difference? Wow, so many here. You can say one has moist skin and one has dry scales. Okay, kulit lembab dan sisik kering. Why need to say lay eggs? Because some wait, hey, I think turtle is internal, isn't it? Turtle is internal, isn't it? I think turtle is internal. Lay eggs I accept. Turtle is internal. Right? Turtle has scales. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. All reptiles have scales. I mean, it's not very obvious, but you need to look closely, then you will see the scales. Right? If it makes any sense. Right? I would say change this to lay eggs, because I would say one is internal, one is external. Because turtle is internal. That's why they go to land to lay eggs. All right. So I would say both lay eggs. Okay, for turtle. I almost forgot that. Turtle should be internal. It's okay, no worries, no worries. Okay, we all make mistake. Right, so B, why do amphibians like frogs have to lay eggs in water? Why frogs lay eggs in water? Why frogs lay in water? Because lay their eggs in water because they do external fertilization. Yeah, you can say they both they because they carry out external fertilization. I accept this. Okay, person Yao An Loa. Okay, so C, reptiles lay eggs on land. Explain one adaptive characteristic of the eggs. Oh, this is a very good question. What is adaptive characteristic? That means how do they? Wow, Siobhan, is a very good answer. Yes, they have hard shell. I accept the answer. Bercangkerang keras. They have a hard shell, right? And they want you to explain why do they need hard shell when they're on land? This is to protect the eggs, okay, untuk melindungi telur. Because if it's in water, I can just let it be there. But if it's on land, land is more hostile, right? So they need a hard shell to protect them. That's why most land, I would say most, I would say all land eggs, they have shells. Any other adaptive characteristic? Yeah, I don't think there's anyone. I would think that's all. Right? Cangkerang and kulit. No. Kulit is skin. Your egg doesn't have kulit. Your egg has no skin. That would be weird. Right. So anyway, moving on. Can we skip this, guys? Because it's almost the same question. Okay, invertebrates means without backbone. Okay, it's the same thing, right? This is with legs, without legs. Okay, Q is more than 3 pair. P is 3 pair. Without leg is your the one that has segmented body and non-segmented body. That means the body has segments and without segment, right? What? Why does the buku semua say kulit telur? No, no, you don't say kulit telur. It's cangkerang telur. Do you say egg skin? How does sea anemone survive? What do you mean? How do they survive? They stay in water, lor. They stay in water. Oh, they are venomous. They are venomous. They protect themselves by being venomous, which is the next chapter, chapter 2. Right. So I'm just gonna skip this lah. I'm just gonna skip this lah. You can answer this yourself basically. Right. So let's look at 7. Okay, this one I think it's like a rare case, right? So this is a platypus, right? Platypus has fur and it's homeothermic. They lay eggs, but they will feed, their young will feed on their mother's milk. So can you see? So okay, guys, what is a platypus? What class is a platypus? No need food. Oh, they eat too. They eat planktons, I think. Perry, I knew it. I freaking knew it. When I say platypus, everyone will tell me Perry the platypus. Guys, what class is a platypus? Be in water and feed on planktons, I think. Planktons, those small algae. I think they eat on that. Right, so what is a platypus? A platypus is a mammal, right? It is the only mammal that lay eggs. They are a very special case, right? So why do biologists classify platypus as a mammal instead of a fish? Explain your answer, right? So why is it a mammal? because they have fur, mempunyai bulu, and they are homeothermic, right? Or they will nurse their young. Okay, they feed milk to the young. Can also they will feed milk to the young. Because mammals will do that. Mammals will do exactly that. So they do all these, right? It's just that they lay eggs. Why is a dolphin classified as a mammal where a salmon is classified as a fish? Explain your answer. Right? Because dolphin, they breathe using lungs. Okay, I'm just writing my answer short here, guys. Please don't write point form in exam. Dolphins, they are warm-blooded. They are homeothermic. Okay, homeotherma, yes, yes, yes. Or you can just say berdarah panas also okay. Right? They give birth, melahirkan anak. So many answers you can write here. So because of these, they are warm-blooded. Sorry, not warm-blooded. They are mammals. What am I saying? They are mammals. Right. So next, C. The temperature of a human body and a frog are the same as the temperature of surrounding, which is 10. Right? Of course, no. Which is the statement true? No. All right. So human is homeothermic. Okay. Manusia adalah homeo. Is this correct? Which one is correct? Shaban, which one are you referring to? Right. So human is homeo. So our body temperature remains the same. Okay, or remains at 37. Okay, kekal pada 37 darjah Celsius. Okay, or kekal sama. Also okay. Yeah, it's just water. Like I said, Shaban, they also feed on planktons. Planktons. You know what is a plankton? You know what is a plankton? Do you watch SpongeBob? Plankton? Are there? These are small. There, is it? Yes, plankton. Basically small creatures in the sea lah. This is what sea anemone. This is what sea anemone would eat, right? Planktons. You never like them. Hey, you came from here though. You were once this, right? Before we evolved into humans, right? No problem. Right. Anyway, so moving on. You know what? I'm gonna skip this lah. This is the same thing as our dicot and monocot just now. Okay, shall we skip chapter 1, guys? Shall we skip chapter 1? Because chapter 1 is really straightforward. It's really straightforward. Let's go to something more important. Let's go to you don't need me to repeat all this pollution stuff, huh? Okay, so let's go to chapter 2. Shall we? Let's go to chapter 2. Because my focus today is actually chapter 3. I will want to go to chapter 3. Alright. So chapter 2. Chapter 2. Again, I skip my objective. Do your objective yourself. Right, guys, this is the most important part of chapter 2, which is the interaction thing. Please do not get this wrong. Right? You know, I have a student telling me, oh sir, I studied all chapter 2, but I didn't study this interaction part. Hiya, die lor like that. Die lor. How to not die like that? Right, so competition, competition is your trees living in the forest. Okay, mutualism. Okay, mutualism is when both gets advantage. So this is your lichen. Guys, do you know what is a lichen? This is called lichen. Basically, it's the green color thing that grows on walls, right? You know, moss. Okay, like this is your lichen, right? Lichen has 2 layers. One layer is the algae, one layer is the fungi. Fungi will break down dead bodies and give nutrient to the algae. Algae will do photosynthesis and give food to the fungi. So it's like a mutual thing You help me, I help you. Li Chen, I slap you. Right, so mutualism, and then parasitism is I live on you, I suck your nutrient. 1 plus 1 minus. One gets advantage, one gets disadvantage. This would be your Rafflesia. You know Rafflesia? You know Rafflesia? The big ass flower beside a tree. And then the commensalism is when one gets advantage, one is not affected. Okay, like orchid, they grow on a tree, but they don't suck their nutrient. They are just there for the sunlight. They just borrow the place, so the tree is not losing anything. Right? A prey predator is when someone eats another one. Predator eats a prey. Fox and rabbit. Okay, guys, if I want you to think of one more example, what is mutualism? Give me one more example of mutualism. What would that be? What would that be? Crocodile and bird. Good. Okay, we call it a myna bird. A myna bird. Wow, how can you both type the same answer? Sherman and Wayne, you guys type the same answer. What else? Hey, the biggest example is not this. What is the biggest example? It's a type of fish. Do you remember? It's a type of fish. What fish is that? What fish is that? You know Nemo? Clownfish, Clownfish and your sea anemone. Alright? Or you can even say hermit crab and sea anemone. Remember? You have a sea anemone, you have a hermit crab growing on it. The hermit crab will the anemone will protect the hermit crab, and the hermit crab will carry the anemone around for food. So it's like a mutual thing. What about commensalism? Another example of commensalism. The biggest example, this is also a type of fish. Yes, that's your shark. And what is the other fish called? The follow behind one, what is that fish? You need the name, You need the name of the fish. What is that fish? Dory. No. What fish is that? It starts with R. It starts with R. Anyone? Anyone? Janelle? Jane? Rafflesia fish? No. What is that fish called? What is that fish called? It starts with R. Yes, it's Remora. Thank you. You don't know, Hiya, you guys have an exam soon, Okay, Remora fish, that's the fish following the shark. Why vacuum fish? Okay, so Remora fish, and oh, you know barnacles? This is commensalism too. Barnacles, they will swim up and then they will splash their body to get away the barnacles because it's just like pimple growing on them. Okay, it's just like they're just a pimple. Okay, it makes the fish really ugly, right? And then what about parasitism? Parasitism. One example of parasitism. The method last time girls used to lose weight one. Fleas and dogs can. Fleas and dogs. Yes, tapeworm. Cacing pita. This is how last time they swallow this to lose weight. Right? You'll be surprised. People are willing to go to the extremes to lose weight. Okay, so please don't do that. Right? Anyway, so number 2, take for the correct statement and the incorrect statement. The frog is a secondary consumer because it eats the primary consumer. Is frog the secondary? Is frog the secondary? Yes, it is. This is primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary. So frog, the secondary, will eat the primary. Yes, it is. Right? When energy is transferred from one organism to another organism in the food chain, about 10% of the energy is lost to the surrounding. Is it true? Is it true? When grass gives energy to the grasshopper, is it only 10% lost? Is it only 10% lost? Is it that little? Is it that little? This is wrong. Okay, it's only 10% passed to the next level, right? The other 90 is lost to surrounding. I lose the 90 to surrounding. That's a lot of energy loss, right? So whenever you're eating food, you're only getting 10% of energy. The other 90% is lost. Okay, the more you know. Right, moving on. So the grass provide food to grasshopper in the form of chemical energy. When grasshopper eats grass, grasshopper gets chemical energy from the grass. How does energy get lost through surrounding? Because they produce heat. What you see, every organism will produce heat, so the heat will be lost to the surrounding. Like you, if I eat you right now, I only get 10% of energy because the other 90 is lost as heat. Right? So yes, this is correct because this is chemical energy. And the main source of energy in the food chain is the sun. They get energy from the sun. Correct? Yes, it is. Right? Because without the sun, the whole food chain will be destroyed. No problem. Okay, the whole food chain will be destroyed if there's no sun. Okay. Hey, just to check with y'all, are you guys still with me? Nathan, are you still with me? Janelle, Jane? Yes, Okay, cool. Janelle, are you there? Janelle, are you there? Yes. What's up? What's up? Do owls eat snakes? They do. They do. They do. They do. Depends on what types of owl. Depends on how small the snake is. I mean, you can't expect an owl to eat a python. That would be a sight, man. No. But they do. Right, so we skip number 3. We skip number 3 because this, I don't really like this diagram. It's very not very common. Okay, guys, give me a moment, guys. Sorry, give me a Okay, sorry. Right, moving on. Let's go to B. This is important. This is our carbon cycle and oxygen cycle. If you remember, what is this? No, it's not him. It's not him. He's just sleeping. Right. So what about gas X and gas? Okay, what is gas X? When you burn something, combustion, you will get X. What is this gas? What is this gas? Guys, what is this gas? Yes, it's carbon dioxide. Please don't get this wrong. Please don't get this wrong. Okay. Right. So what about Y? You see, when I do photosynthesis, I will produce Y. Yes, that's your oxygen. Please do not write short form in the exam. Thank you. This is just me making your life easier. So number 2, explain the role of the green plants in the cycle shown above. Okay, what is the green plant doing? What is the green plant doing? It is doing, they already give you the answer there. Okay, they will do photosynthesis. Okay, photosynthesis. And what do they do for photosynthesis? They will absorb carbon dioxide and they will release oxygen. Okay, menyerap karbon dioksida, membebaskan oksigen. That is what they do. Anywho, number 3, explain the role of the animals in the cycle shown above. So what are the animals doing? What are the animals doing? They are absorbing the oxygen, right? You see? They absorb oxygen, menyerap oxygen. Yes, respiration, that's the answer. Very good. Respiration, respirasi. That's the process. You guys know what is respiration? This was in Form 1. This was in Chapter 2 of your Form 1. Next, in your opinion, what will happen to the quantities of gas X and gas Y if all green plants are destroyed? If I destroy all green plants, what's going to happen? Penyakitnya no. Okay. One increase, one decrease, correct? So your carbon dioxide will increase, your oxygen will decrease. Again, this is just my short form answer. Please write the full form in exam. Thank you. Okay, please keep your points not in point form, not in point form. Right. As for this is the same answer, right? We just did it just now. Commensalism, parasitism, mutualism, prey predator, and competition. Okay, next. God damn, why is the remora fish so big? Oh shit. It's the same size as the shark. Wow, they're eating a bit too much. Right. I want to talk about this bee. I'll talk about this bee. Right, you see, this is the growth rate of plant H and G in the same spot, right? So we are planting maize, jagung, and banana at the same spot. So what happened is, you see, maize originally they grow taller, and then suddenly the banana just catches up and it surpasses the maize, right? So the banana grow taller. Guys, what relationship is this? What interaction is this? What interaction is this? Even if I don't show you the graph, you can just tell. If you plant a banana tree right next to a maize, what interaction is this? This is competition. Okay, persaingan. Persaingan. Siobhan, that one is when I suck your nutrient. Different. Right? So competition is when you open KK Mart, I open a 99 speed mart beside you. This is what happened. Right? And what's happening here? What's happening here? So you can say what are they competing for? What are plants competing for? For sunlight, yes. For sunlight. What else are they fighting for? For nutrient, sunlight, nutrient, oxygen. No lah, they don't fight for air lah. Okay, they fight for sunlight and nutrient. Maybe even water. Okay, cahaya matahari, nutrient, dan air. They are fighting for this. So who is winning here? Who is winning here? Okay, we don't say the word win lah. We don't say the word win lah. Same species of animal. Not just same species. Okay, guys. Okay, that's a very good question, Shoban. Competition can be same species, can be different species, right? This is actually biology. Same species competition, we call it intra-species competition. Different species, we call it interspecies competition. There are two types, right? I mean, put it this way lah. Put it this way: if I open a bubble tea shop, you open another bubble tea shop next to me, that is intra-species because we are fighting the same thing, right? But if I open a bubble tea shop and you open a 7E next to me, that is also a competition because you are taking some customers away from me because of your drinks, but it's different drinks. Yeah. Okay, so who is winning here? Who is winning here? You see, you also know lah, banana is getting taller, isn't it? It's getting taller. So we can say banana is more. If I say I'm better than you, it's more competitive than maize. Okay? Lebih kuat bersaing. Or you can say, okay, you know what? Better answer. Daya persaingan lebih kuat. Banana is better in fighting. It's more try hard. Yeah, you can put it that way. You can put it that way. It's more competitive. Okay, guys, that's how in business how it works, right? You can say, okay, let's say you open a hardware store. You open a small hardware store, and then suddenly Mr. DIY comes next to you and open next to you. Mr. DIY will be for sure cheaper than you because they just order a lot. They can sell it much cheaper. That's why we say for Mr. DIY, their prices are more competitive. Right? You can never win. You can never win because Mr. DIY is every freaking where. Right? And they're just so much cheaper. Right? So next, number 2, predict the growth rate of H if they were planted in different plots from the plant G. Explain your prediction. So if you plant these two in different places, what's gonna be? What is H gonna be? How will maize grow if you take the banana away? It will grow. It grows taller, isn't it? Okay, lebih tinggi. Okay, it will grow taller. Yes. Okay, because now there's less competition. Kurang persaingan. So you can say both obtains sufficient nutrient or sunlight. Kedua-dua, sorry, my handwriting is really horrible. Kedua-dua mendapat nutrient atau cahaya yang mencukupi. Okay, they get the same sunlight, same nutrient, they get enough of it. That's why they grow taller. That's why competition is not really a good thing. I mean, in the survival sense, it is, but in terms of, let's say you are selling maize and you are selling banana, then that is not a good thing. We don't want competition if you are cultivating these things. Okay, you guys okay? You guys okay? Nutrients like water, CO2, and good soil. Yeah. But if you want to separate water, I will be okay too. Okay, I'll be okay too. But we don't say CO2 because never you will see plant fight for CO2 because we have plenty of it, right? It's like humans we never kill each other because we have not enough gas to breathe. That would be weird, right? Pasangan as in mate, they don't fight for mates here lah. Trees won't kill each other because of girlfriends and boyfriends, but we certainly do, right? So anyway, we are gonna skip this, We're gonna skip this, Let's go to. Oh, by the way, guys, do you know what method is this? Before I jump to the next one, what is this method called? I mean, this is parasitism, right? This is parasitism. Remember this very disgusting thing I show you? This wasp, they will lay eggs on caterpillar. So when the eggs they hatch, they will eat the caterpillar alive. Humans they do, right? So this is parasitism. I mean, this is stuff from Nightmare. Of course you remember, isn't it? It's so damn freaking disgusting. I wish I can unsee this, right? But unfortunately I can't. Right. So what method is this? What method is this? If you have caterpillar in your farm and you really hate them because they are munching on your veggies, so you put wasps in your farm to kill them. What is this method called? Instead of using pesticide, I am using nature's way to solve this problem. What is this method called? It's called biological. Remember? Yes, kawalan biology. Biological control. Okay, kawalan biology. Y'all remember this, Y'all remember this, This is how they control pests. Let's say you have rat problems. Instead of using rat poisons, why not put an owl there to catch it all? Right? Okay, there's good points, there's bad points. The good point is this is really environmental friendly and it's cheap. But the bad thing is it is really slow and it's not guaranteed to work. What if your wasp, they just decide to be lazy and kill other species? Then that's a big problem. Okay, so anyway, let's jump to chapter 3, shall we? Okay, because I think this is more important. Okay, let's jump to here. Guys, y'all hate chapter 3, don't you? Which I understand, right? Which I understand. I don't blame you if you hate chapter 3 because it's really It's a really headache chapter to study. Right? So you do your best, you do your best. But the best way to study this is just by, doing more exercise. Okay, that's the best thing you can do, right? Is to study more. Right, so let's look at the first one. We have two types of vitamins. We have water soluble and fat soluble. Remember who is fat? Remember who is fat? Do you remember who is fat? No. Shane, you're far from it. No. Who is fat? Who is fat? Ade is fat, huh? Your brother is fat. So Ade is fat soluble vitamin. That means ADEK, you can only absorb them with fats. You can't just absorb them like that. You need to eat them with fats, right? That's why, guys, egg yolks, egg yolk is full of fats, right? Egg yolks have all ADEK, which is awesome, guys. Eat your egg yolks, don't throw it away. Egg yolk is really good for health, right? What about BC? What about BC? BC, they are water soluble, right? You can just swallow vitamin B and C like that. They will just absorb through your body, no problem, because they're water soluble. So B, match the minerals to the effect of the deficiency. Oh, deficiency. If you are lacking it, what happens? What happens when you lack calcium? What is calcium really good for, guys? What is calcium really good for? Yes, that's your bone. So what is the bone disease here? Which one is the bone disease here? Guys, whenever you see osteo is bone. Okay, so when you lack calcium, this is what happens. This will happen mostly to girls. I think I told you guys this before, right? So if you are going through your how do I put this? If your period stops, you are going through your menopause, you will be losing a lot of calcium. Okay, you'll be losing a lot of calcium, and this could happen to you. No more bleeding. Okay, no more bleeding. Right? And then what is iron for? Guys, what is iron for? Your blood smells like iron, remember? Your blood smells like rust. So what is iron really good for? Iron is good for anemia. Do you know what is anemia? Anemia is when you don't have enough red blood cell and you get tired really easily. Okay, that's anemia. What about iodine? What about iodine? Iodine is to stop your neck from swelling. This is your goiter. Yes, right? It's a swollen thyroid gland. You have a swollen thyroid gland. Okay? Do you know what is thyroid gland? Thyroid gland is this thing that controls your metabolism. Right? Right? Hey guys, this thing is freaking awesome, This thing is freaking awesome, You see, why is losing weight so hard? Why is losing weight so hard? Because you see, when you starve yourself, when you don't eat, your metabolism will go down. As you eat less, you become less active. So you don't lose weight. As you eat more, you become more active. So this thing just kind of follows around. That's why losing weight and gaining weight is really hard. You just kind of stay the way you are, right? Because your metabolism will just follow around. When you press the muscle below your jaw, you mean this one? Of course it hurts lah. you press very hard, is it? So number 2, okay, calcium is for your teeth and bones. Very important for growing taller. Iron is for your hemoglobin. Guys, do you remember what is hemoglobin? Do you remember what is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is your red blood cell. You have this thing in your red blood cell. We'll be learning this next year, but it's good for you to know. Guys, inside your red blood cell, there is this red color thing, we call it hemoglobin. This thing, their job is to carry oxygen. Hemoglobin's job is to carry oxygen. Okay, is to carry oxygen, Okay, next we have iodine. This is for your goiter. Potassium is for your nerve, right? Potassium and sodium is for your nerve. This is to stop you from cramping. If you cramp for no reason, or if you do exercise and you cramp really easily, that means your potassium and sodium is not enough. That's why you need both salt. That's why 100 plus has both. 100 plus has both. Gatorade has both. Okay, they put salt inside. That's why they call it electrolyte. Okay, they call it electrolyte drink. So anyway, next. We move on, Right, enzymes. Enzymes. Guys, do you remember who is number 1, who is number 2, and who is number 3? When I taught this few months ago, I just used number 1, 2, 3 to represent them. Remember, 1 is amylase, 2 is protease, 3 is. They already give you a hint here. Who digests fats? Guys, who digests fats? No, that is what comes out. Joanne, that's what the enzyme of fats is called. No way, that's not related. What is it called? No, Amy is here. Amy is here. Amy is here. What is this? What is very fat? You have a fat cockroach. I'll give you a hint. Fat cockroach. Yes, lipase. Lipasa. Remember? Remember, I taught you how to remember this? Okay, I taught you how to remember this, isn't it? Protease is to digest protein. Lipas, I just remember as a fat lipas, you have a fat cockroach. What is Amy doing? What is Amy doing? Do you remember? Amy is eating a bowl of rice. What is inside rice? Yes, that is your starch. Very good. Kanji. Again, guys, protease, protein. This one easy. Amy is eating rice. What starch is rice? You have a fat lipas. Easy. So when you digest starch, you get glucose. This one we all know. When you digest protein, what do you get? It's like a 4-step thing. Protein will become a small protein. It will become a smaller protein. And it will become a smallest protein. What is the smallest protein called? Wow, we have so many goldfish here. We have so many goldfishes here. You know why goldfish? You know why goldfish? You know why goldfish? Because goldfish memory is 3 seconds. Come. Goldfish sekalian. What is your protein when it's in its simplest form? When I break protein into the smallest, we call it amino. Yes, amino acids. Hey guys, do you go? If you talk to any bodybuilders, like me, if you talk to any bodybuilders, we will drink something called BCAA. You know what is BCAA? Branch chain amino acid. This is the thing that gives you the gains. Okay, it doesn't like okay, it's just a scam product. Okay, the AA stands for amino acid. Right? That's what the AA means. Okay, so amino acid. You see, they sell it in all forms. Okay, they sell it in the fruit flavors and things like that. So if you drink your whey powder, it has BCAA. Natural creatine. Just buy normal creatine lah. You would need to eat like 3 kilos of chicken to get like that 5 gram of creatine. Just buy creatine lah. Okay, it'll be much better if you eat it in the powder form. So that's your AA. So amino acid. These are the building blocks to your muscle, guys. These are the building blocks to your muscle. You give your muscle amino acid. That's how they grow. That's how you get the gains. Right. Next, what happens when you digest fats? What happens when you digest fats? Yeah, Siobhan, you're correct. You're half correct. Fatty acid. What's the next? Yes, glycerol. Ooh, good. Glycerol dan asid lemak. Okay, that's your glycerol. Hey, I just realized something. My student that day, they told me, oh, sir, you know what glycerol for? It's good for making slime. Only I know. Right? Only I know. Wow, only I know glycerol is for making slime. Is it? Is it? I really don't know lah because I don't play with slime. I don't play with slime. I mean I'm not really fond of playing with sticky stuff. What's the fun anyway? I don't get it. What's the deal with slime? Why everyone loves playing it? Right, so 4. Food pyramid provides guideline on the intake of healthy food. What is meant by balanced diet? I know what you're thinking, Wayne. All right, so what is a balanced diet? Guys, to have a balanced diet, you need two criteria. And what are they? What are they? You need to eat, your diet needs to contain all classes of food. Okay, contains all classes of food. Mengandungi semua kelas makanan. In the, not only you need to eat all, you need to eat them in the right quantity. Okay, dalam quantity yang betul. Right? You can't just whack everything. Yeah, sure. I think I'll upload it to the. You guys know how to watch the replays, right? I'll upload it. I'll upload it there. You can watch it yourself, right? So guys, all classes and right quantity, not just all classes, because all classes means I can just eat MACD because MACD has all 7, right? McDonald's has all 7, but unfortunately, it is not in the right amount. Okay, so no. Anyway, 2 factors that influence caloric requirement. What are the 2 things that makes you and me eat different stuff? You see, I need 3,000 calories per day. Maybe you need 2,000. What makes us different? What makes us different? Why am I eating more than you? Metabolism. I mean, 6 factors. 6 factors. What are the 6 factors you have learned? What are the 6 factors we are talking about? Guys, 6 factors. 6 factors. Number 1 is age. Umur. Right? You will eat like me when you are in your 20s and 30s. Right? Suhu not suhu lah, climate lah. Climate, cuaca, or iklim. When you are in a colder country, you will eat more. Right? Yes, gender I accept, work I accept. Right? Guys will eat more than girls. For work, if you are a laborer, you will eat more than being an office worker. What else? There's only 4 here. Age, climate, gender, and work. And then you have health condition. Health condition. If you are sick, you need more veggie and fruits. And number 6 is going to be, yes, body size. Body size. If you have a bigger body size, you eat more. Okay, common sense, I'm going to skip the BMI, because you already know this. You already know this. And let's go to, okay, food test. Do you remember what is a food test? Do you remember what is a food test? All right. So, you know what? Because we have the same question like this later. Okay, we go to the digestion first because we're running a bit short of time. Let's go to this one, question B. Question B. This is page 43. Right. So this one is just starch and distilled water. We don't care about the distilled water. This one is starch and saliva. Guys, what is the function of saliva? What is the function of saliva? Saliva, what is inside saliva? This is number 1. Remember, mouth is number 1. What is the saliva? Your saliva inside has amylase. Yes, it will break down starch into, your starch will be changed into, not glucose, something bigger, slightly bigger. Maltose. Maltosa, starch is kanji lah, okay? Maltose first. Before glucose is maltose. Maltose, then glucose. Right? So, right, yes, if starch is present, no, if starch is not present. In M, do you see starch here after 1 hour? Do you still have starch here after 1 hour? There's no enzyme here. Do you still see starch after 1 hour? Yes, because the starch, nothing is breaking down the starch. What about N? Because I put saliva here already, do you still see starch 1 hour later? No, because the starch will be broken down. Because I have enzyme here. Can I, guys? Understand? Understand? I hope you do, right? Give one inference based on the result. Inference means you explain. Based on N. They want you to explain N. Why is there no more starch? Why is there no more starch? Because you have what here? Because you have what here? You have, okay, you have enzyme here. Okay, it is, yeah, good. It is digested by saliva, or even better, salivary amylase. This is the complete answer. Okay, instead of saying saliva or amylase, why not say both? Salivary amylase. Okay, I mean, if you say enzyme, the teacher might put a question mark here. What enzyme? Right? So just to be safe, right? The complete answer. Why must the temperature of the water bath be maintained at 37? Why 37? Because that is our body temperature. Suhu badan. Okay, that is our body temperature. So number 4, in which part of the alimentary canal has a reaction which is the same as occurred in test tube N? Where does this happen? Where does this happen? I mean, there's only one place that has saliva. I mean, if you have other places that has saliva, that's sus, right? So that's gonna be your mouth. I freaking knew it. Right, Wayne? Please don't. Right? You only get saliva in your mouth, you don't get your saliva elsewhere. If you get what I mean. Right, so next, moving on. Let's look at number 9. Shane, are you okay? Janelle, are you okay? You both okay? You both okay? Okay. You guys are so quiet. We have 20 more minutes, guys. We have 20 more minutes. Give me 20 more minutes of attention. Okay. If you can do it. Right. So A, complete the following table by naming the chemicals used to test the presence of food given. Right. So how do you test honey? Don't cry lah. This is so easy. How do you test honey? How do you test honey? Honey is glucose lah. How do you test honey? How do you test glucose? No, that is digest. How do you test glucose? Yes, that's your Benedict's solution. What is tapioca, guys? Do you know it's tapioca? We call it ubi kayu. Ubi kayu. What is inside tapioca? Guys, I don't care whether it's tapioca flour, normal flour, glutinous flour, rice flour. Everything is kanji. Okay, your starch, Yes, boba. Yes, boba is made from this. Okay, boba is made from this, and it will make you get indigestion if you eat too much. So inside has starch, how do you test starch? Guys, how do you test starch? The thing you used to put it on your wound. What is that called? It's called iodine solution. Can you guys remember this? Iodine solution, The thing you put on your wound. What about groundnut? What is in groundnut? What is in every nut? Lol, every nut. What is in every nut? What is in every nut? No. What is every nut? This show never gets old, This show never gets old. Right, besides protein,
your mom.
It's gonna be fats. Hey, this seminar is being recorded, so please keep it 13 PG at least. Right, so fats. How do you test fats? Guys, what is the chemical you use to test fats? Okay, we have 2 ways of testing fat. Number 1 is we put it onto a piece of filter paper and it looks translucent. It looks transparent. Okay, and then what about the second one? What about the second one? You shake it with alcohol. We call it an alcohol emulsion test. Guys, why does this look like this is your first time learning it? Your alcohol emulsion test, right? When you shake alcohol with fats, you're gonna get this white color emulsion, this white layer. That means fat is present. Can I? Can I? What the hell is that? What is that? Right. So these are chemicals, right? So take on the correct statement. Rickets is a disease that occurs due to the lack of proteins. Ricket is a bone disease when you have a knees facing out. So is it lack of protein? Or ampayan today? Right. So this is wrong. It's protein. This is calcium. Right. So number 2, green veg are needed in daily diet because they can help blood to clot quickly. Guys, to help your blood to clot, what do you need? What is very important for blood clot? Emulsi, not I. What is needed for blood clot? What vitamins do you need for blood clot, guys? Do you still remember? Hey, you guys go fish, is it? I just taught this like 2 months ago. Ayah. So what vitamins do you need? Guys, you need vitamin K. K is for blood clotting. Right? So what has vitamin K? That's going to be your dark green veggie. So this is correct. Okay? Intake of seafood can prevent swollen of thyroid gland. I can prevent this place from swelling because of seafood. Correct? We just said this just now. Is it correct? Yes, it is. Because of the iodine. Okay? How lah, guys? How lah? How are you going to take this exam mid-year? Hey, this is coming up for mid-year, you know. Maybe not this time, right? This time as in if your exam is in May or June, it's gonna be really chillax one. This is not coming out. But 2 months later, it is. Of course, it's easier, Shane. You're not driving it also. Right, so C. C, what is J? Shane, please don't. Please don't. Yes, this is your mouth. Why everything sounds lewd coming out from you? All right, so what is M? What is M? What is this thing called? Yes, that's your esophagus. Wow, finally someone is answering me already. Okay, esophagus. Esophagus. What about K? K is this? Yes, that's your liver, hearty. Yeah, Siobhan, you're back again. Right, so P. What is P? What is this part called? That's your small intestine, correct? Usus kecil. And we have usus besar here. Right? So state the function of the following organ. What is N for? What is N, by the way? What is N? Digest. Oh, yes, it's the stomach. Digest. Don't just say food. What does it digest? What does it digest? It will digest protein. Okay, mencernahkan protein. Like I said, mouth is number 1, stomach is number 2, duodenum is number 1, 2, 3. 1 as in amylase, 2 as in protease, 1, 2, 3 as amylase, protease, lipase. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is how I remember. I taught you this 2 months ago. What about O? What is O? What is this piece of leaf here? The most important organ in your digestion. No,胆is here. Okay, what is N? The thing that looks like a piece of leaf. That is your pancreas. Yes, your pancreas. What does it produce? it produces all three, right? I just said it, but you see, 1, 2, 3, what? So you can say they produce, instead of saying amylase, lipase, and protease, you can just say produce pancreatic juice. Sorry, pancreatic. Okay, menghasilkan jus pancreas. Okay, jus pancreas. If you really want to be excessive, which contains pancreatic amylase, protease, and lipase, wow, then you are like the most fancy guy already. You're like that master race. Look at you peasants only writing pancreatic juice. Look at me writing all four. Nobody likes you, right? You're like one of those schema. You know what is a schema? You guys, do you know what is a schema? You know what's a schema? I don't know, do you have this guy in your class, right? There's always this guy, whenever you say something, they will just come into a conversation and say, oh, actually, that is wrong. And nobody likes you, right? So, number 3, mucus is not used to digest food. Why mucus is secreted in organ end? You see, if you go into organ end, you will see a layer of mucus inside, just like your snot, just like your mucus in your nose. Why? Why do you need a mucus here? A layer of mucus here? What does it do? What does it do? It has something to do with what is inside your stomach. Guys, what is inside your stomach? Your stomach is a very dangerous place. Did you know that? Your stomach is a really dangerous place because your stomach, no, not tapeworm. Your stomach has a lot of acid and enzyme, right? So what is the mucus there for? Guys, what is the mucus there for? The mucus is there to protect your stomach lining, to not let acid eat a hole through your stomach. Remember? Because your stomach is the only place that will get painful if you don't eat, right? You don't get intestine pain, no. Right? So why mucus is secreted? This is to protect our stomach lining, untuk melindungi lapisan dalam perut, lapisan dalaman perut, okay, from being digested by gastric juice. That's a gastric juice. Daripada dicernahkan oleh jus gastrik. Right? Next, number 4, give one similarity between organ L and P. You see, L is our large intestine, P is our small intestine. What is the similarity between these two intestines? They both suck nutrition. Okay, both absorbs. I wouldn't say absorb nutrient lah. Okay lah, nutrient lah, because large intestine they absorb water to be fair. Both absorbs nutrient. Kedua-dua menyerap nutrient. Okay, Wei Heng, please don't say suck in exam. That's not a very pleasant word. Right, so next, number 10. Are you guys following so far? Are you guys following so far? Shane, don't die yet, Shane, don't die. Janelle, are you dead? I should be asking, are you there? But are you dead? Almost. Dying. That's why I say, guys, Form 2 is not easy. Guys, hey, guys, you imagine, year end, this year end, it's going to be 13 chapters. Yes, you heard it right, 13. As in Tiga Plus. You have 13 chapters for exam this year end. And don't even get me started on chapter 7. Chapter 7 is electricity. You girls are going to hate it. Like, absolutely despise electricity. But well, a few more months down the road, we shall go into that, right? Life is such a pain, isn't it? Life is suffering. Right, so number 10, this is your intestine absorption. Guys, what is this? What is this? When you open your intestine, you see all this hair. What are those hair called? Those fingers called? What do we call it? The fingers is there for absorbing food. What are these fingers called? Wei Hing, you both should be together. Capillaries, no. I mean, capillaries inside here. What is this finger called? What is this whole finger called? Name the structure. Why is it German here? I don't speak Deutsch. Okay, name the structure. Right. So what is this structure called? This is called villus or villi. Singular, plural. Right? Explain the feature that the structure at A1 has to carry out its function. Explain the feature. So what is this thing like? You have a large number of it. This is to increase surface area. Right? You have many fingers, so you have many surface area, which is very good for absorption. Okay? Mempunyai jumlah yang tinggi untuk meningkatkan luas permukaan. Right? So number 3, how does the structure at A1 improve its efficiency? How does this thing make it absorb food better? You have actually 3 characteristics. 4 actually, I mentioned one here already, which is you have large surface area. Next, it is moist, lembab. Guys, the surface of our intestine is moist so that they can absorb food better. Next, it is thin, nipis, so that food can go through it really easily. Next, it contains a large network of blood capillaries. Because of these blood capillaries, they can carry food away really fast and easily. Okay, mempunyai capillary darah. Sorry, I brain fart already. Capillary darah yang banyak. These 4 characteristics will make sure intestine they absorb food really well. Can I? These 4 will make them absorb food really well. They are moist, they are thin, they have blood capillaries, and they have large number. That's why your intestine is very good in absorbing food. Right, last one. Do you still remember what is whisking tube? Have you guys done this in school already? I hope you have. The whisking tube experiment. This is like the thing that is just like your small intestine. They are like a filter. They will only allow small substance to pass through. Big substance cannot pass through. Huh? I mentioned this before. What? You haven't done this in school, Okay, this is just like a small intestine. Okay, if you zoom into a whisking tube, they have small holes on it. So let me ask you, can starch pass through them? Can starch pass through the wall? No, isn't it? Because starch is too big, right? But can glucose pass through? Can glucose pass through whisking tube? Can they? Can they? Yes, they can. Because they are really small. Okay, because they are really small. So this thing is like a filter, right? So your intestine is just like a filter. They can only absorb small stuff. Only small stuff can pass through them. Big stuff cannot pass through them. It's just like your water filter. You see, your water filter, only water is small enough to pass through them. But big things like sand, stone, rust cannot pass through. They will be blocked by your filter layer. This is exactly like it. Can I? So complete the diagram above. Okay, we just did. Describe your drawing. So glucose diffuse, okay, or diffuses. Okay, like glucose molecules diffuse out of the whisking tube. Okay, molecule glucosa, what is it called again? What is diffusion called again? Shit, I forgot. Meresap, yes. Meresap keluar dari tube whisking. Okay, it will diffuse out. Right? How can you prove the position of the molecule after 30 minutes? How can you prove glucose is here? Guys, how do you prove there's glucose here? How do you test glucose? I just mentioned it just now. How do you test glucose, guys? How do you test glucose? Oi, how do you test glucose? How do you test glucose? Yes, you use Benedict's solution. Okay, larutan Benedict. And what do you see? And what do you see? Benedict is originally blue. What will it turn to? No, iodine is for starch. No, it doesn't turn brown. Brown will turn to blue-black. Chain. Go study. Right. What will Benedict turn into? What will Benedict turn into? It's originally blue. If there's glucose, you will see it goes from blue to something called brick red precipitate. Okay, dari biru menjadi mendakan merah bata. You guys haven't done this in school? This is what you see. You see, the more sugar you have, the more brick red it turns, right? If you see green, that means it's only very little sugar. Maybe your lemon juice. Lemon juice is very little sugar. If it turns orange or yellow, that means it has more sugar. Maybe your apple. Maybe what else has moderate sugar? Orange, maybe. No, right? And then what do you see? Brick red. Brick red is when you test sugar cane, or you test something like kiwi. It will turn brick red because it's really sweet, right? Brick red means it has the most sugar. Can you see the bottom there? Traces of reducing sugar, moderate and large amount of reducing sugar. The more sugar you have, as in if you use pure glucose, pure sugar, you will see like brick red, obvious brick red because it's so much sugar. Can I? Understand? Understand? Guys, I can see that most of you are very blurred in this chapter. Please, for the love of God, go home and study this, right? Maybe not for this exam, but for the next exam. Next exam, this chapter 3 is definitely coming out, right? I think second exam will cover until chapter 5 or 6. So the choice is yours, right? You want to fail this or you want to score this? Depends on your effort, right? That's all I'm going to say. Right, so you guys have any question? You guys have any question? Even though it's a Saturday, you still came for my class. I'm very glad. I'm very grateful and very glad. Right? So thanks for coming, guys. I hope this lesson helps. I seriously do. I hope this helps. Right? Janelle, I hope you score well in your exam. Okay, Shane, Minging, Nathan, Choban. I hope all of you score well in your exam. Okay, so all the best to y'all. Okay, so if you need this replay, please come and get it from me. If you need any material else, you can please come and get it from me too. Okay, I'm happy to help. Right? Okay. You forgot most things. It's okay. You know the problem, you go and fix it. That's what it matters. All right. So guys, I'm gonna end it right here. Okay, thanks for coming. I wish you have a wonderful weekend. Happy school reopening next week. You're going back to school, okay? Friendly reminder, gentle reminder. Okay, so I shall see you next week, okay, for your normal class. Right, so take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Have a good one. See you and bye, guys. Bye.
扫描这个二维码，做了里面的 test